Hey everyone, I'm Monkey Chaos. This is Cheap Game Review. Every week we look at a new game on Steam costing $5 or less. Today we're looking at the Elysian Field. It's currently $1.59, normally $1.99. Came out August 6th. According to Steam, it's a casual 3D adventure game. So let's jump in and see what we got. Yeah, noise of battle fills your eardrums as you lay on the floor of the battlefield, crushed under the feet of soldiers. An arrow has pierced your back with a second in your shoulder and a third in your knee. I used to be an adventurer, then I got an arrow to the knee. Clash of soldiers around you is so dense no sunlight can reach you on the floor. You glance around the floor and see the other soldiers who were with you on the first charge are also in a similar state. Some gasping and crawling in agony, others remain lifeless. Get up. You wait for a gap in the fighting and force yourself up, the pain in your back unbearable as you squeeze between the soldiers. I think we just need to start moving. You decide not to waste any time and immediately begin moving towards the edges of the fighting in order to escape. Pushing your way through the dense walls of fighting, you are constantly pushed back. You try another direction, only find yourself in front of a pack of enemy soldiers. So I've got 3 arrows in me, so fighting's probably bad, but I've got an arrow in the knee, so running's probably not going to happen. So with no strategy, you lunge towards the enemy with no weapon. Didn't realize we didn't have a weapon. The arrows in your back and shoulder cause you immense pain. You're noticed by the pack of soldiers who immediately swing their swords towards you, making deep cuts until one sword swing hits your neck. You collapse to the ground, back to the familiar darkness of the battlefield floor, your mouth filling with your own blood. In simultaneous fashion, your breath and heart stop as you squirm around on the floor. Your mind falls blank as you struggle to form any more thoughts. It's getting cold. A jolt of energy rushes through your body and your eyes pry wide open. The pain from the arrows subside and you find the motivation to stand on your own 2 feet. You've woken up in a field, but not the same one as before. A lot of orange. Okay. Walking. Receive memory. Memory not your own sweeps your mind. You can hear 2 voices in the distance. Why were you so cold and bitter in your life? Sure, your life was not the best, but to hold on to those emotions was a choice you made and a choice that affected everyone else around you. My life was filled with nothing, absolutely nothing. I never pursued the opportunities afforded me, and I never did what I wanted to. Despite that, I was not cold, nor was I ever bitter. I was just scared. A scared man was all I was. But let us make no mistake, it was not a choice. Conversation continues, but the memory fades out so you can no longer hear. Okay. Anything behind me? Some flags, but it's like a hobbly sprint. I guess we're just going to go around collecting memories. There's a lot of dead bodies. A memory not your own sweeps your mind. You can hear 2 voices in the distance. You're dead now. Why do you need to go back? But I died so young. My life was taken away from me through no fault of my own. My only mistake was to go buy food for my family, and on the way some fool made a mistake which took my life. My family will never get to see me again. The conversation continues, but the memory fades out so you can no longer hear. Memory not your own sweeps your mind. I'm sorry, but I just cannot fathom how someone like you possibly could have been happy at any point of your life. Forgive me for saying this, but your life was just nothing. I'm afraid that is because you do not know what life even was. While a king finds his gratitude in the kingdom he runs, the foes he slays, or the gold he makes, what do you think the rest of us do? We don't go out doing nothing. Yeah, we don't go out doing great challenges. Rather, we have to find enjoyment in the smaller parts of life. Not everyone is a king or a scholar. Some are just human. Conversation fades. Memory not your own. Forgive me, but I still don't understand why you thought there would be more here than there actually is. Death is the end and nothing more. But I thought I would get to see my family again, my mother and father. I thought there would be more to the afterlife than just this. I'm sorry, the afterlife was not what you were expecting, but this is the reality, unfortunately. When someone dies, they are truly gone. No seeing them again, not feeling their presence, but this is the process we all go through. Perhaps you could take some comfort in that. Conversation fades. I wonder if there's anything more, or if it's just memory, and then we're done. It looks like there's a big one over there in front of that statue. Memory not your own. Being here makes a few things clear to me. What is that? We suffer and torture ourselves in imagination rather than facing the reality that awaits us. Why should I have been so worried? I faced those challenges with the same tools that I faced my previous challenges with. Now I face a choice in front of me that my imagination wants to spiral with. truly being dead is no different to being alive. Conversation fades. Memory not your own. So it did not matter what I did in life, no matter what I was going to end up here, then what was the point of being a good person? I disagree. You knew at least 1,000 people during your lifetime, and if you made a positive impact on each of them, and then those 1,000 people also met 1,000 people during their life, when you touched the hearts of 1 million people. Who knows the impact you left in the world? We could not calculate it even if we tried, so do not dare tell me it did not matter what you did in life. You had 1 million people at your fingertips. I hope you used that opportunity well. Conversation fades. I feel like I'm supposed to learn some kind of life lesson from all of this. Mostly what I'm getting from this is the afterlife kind of sucks. You're just walking around with arrows still in you. Memory not your own. Wait, so there's no one other than us here? No supreme being? But I have so many questions unanswered. Why was I born? Did I fulfill my purpose? There has to be someone responsible for this. Well, unfortunately, it is only us two here. Why do you need a higher being to answer those questions for you? Now that you're dead, tell me, why do you think you were born? Did you fulfill your purpose? Perhaps the higher being you were looking for is simply yourself. Were you not responsible for your own life? Conversation fades. Memory not your own. I cannot believe how much we used to complain about the shortness of time we had on the planet. Now that I am here, I can barely remember enough of the memories to know that my life was really like. I had more time than I knew what to do with. My mistake was to act like that time would not eventually end, and I did nothing in the time that I ought to have done. Perhaps that is the curse we all are destined to face. No, it's simply another challenge, or rather it was. Conversation fades. Memory not your own. What kind of afterlife is this? This is not how I was told it would be. I was supposed to live a good life with the promise of a greater afterlife. We should be glad we even got this afterlife. There was never any guarantee of anything after. We believed the words of others who claimed to know what happened after we died. We should not dwell on those false claims. Rather, we should accept the reality of what we have right now. Conversation fades. Are you alive over there, or are you just dead up against the wall? The soldier lays against the statue with a sword protruding from his chest. He seems to have been waiting for you as he gives you a warm glance when he notices your presence. Hello, my friend, he says faintly. Are you okay with that sword in there? Who are you? I was a soldier like you, but I was also a son, father, and husband. I feel names do not really matter here, at least not more than what I think I was in life. What do I do? That will be for you to decide, my friend. I suggest you reflect on your life before deciding. I knew my life would end, but I thought I would have more time. I am content. I can't be dead. I've left so much behind. Go with that one. So did I, uttered the soldier. I thought I'd lived to accomplish all the goals I wanted in life. Instead, I was ambushed in the forest and left to die. All the privilege of life stripped away from me in a single moment. Now they're replaced with nothing but regrets. Tell me, what do you regret? Regret not spending time with those I loved, regret not doing what I loved, or regret not living up to my potential. Sure. Do not feel sad. Even with our lives cut short, I've come to the realization that even with 1,000 years of life, no one can ever reach their full potential. Even if we could reach out full potential, what would we have done after? Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Perhaps you will find a way in your next life. My next life? You do not know? You have a choice here. Behind this statue is a coffin. Will put your soul to rest. There's nothing after. I cannot promise you it will be peaceful, but that is one option. Okay. Your other option is to go back the way you came. You'll find a door. You'll be reborn on Earth as a new being, perhaps better or worse than your life before, born to a random family in a random country. You'll lose all your current memories and start fresh, but you will still have the same soul. I hope you make a wise decision, whatever it may be. You may leave me here. I will get up once I make a decision. I wish you good luck. Thank you. You should let your soul rest. Life is not worth the torment. You should go find yourself a new life. You have a good soul. Let's go with that one. Thank you, my friend. That means a lot to me. Good luck. Alright. So there's a coffin back here. Way over there. I'm gonna do some more hobbling. Okay. Hobble, hobble, hobble. So yeah, losing all of your memories sucks, but given the choice between nothingness or anything but nothingness, I will choose anything but nothing. Oh, you don't even get the choice, that's it. Alright, so that's the Elysian Fields. So, meh. We'll run through the usual. So, was it worth it? Will I play it again? And just overall, was it worth it? It's $2 for about 10 minutes of just reading some text and hobbling around. So, I'm gonna have to lean towards no on that one. It just seems like it's supposed to be this deep, meaningful thing. Meh, whatever. Didn't really do it for me. I don't feel like I really experienced anything with this. Graphically, it's kind of cool. It looks good. Sound is good, but it's literally 10 minutes of just reading some text. That's the game. Will I play it again? No. There's no reason to ever play this again. If you watch this entire video, there's no reason for you to ever play this game. That was it. So overall thoughts, there's not a game here. It's 10 minutes of reading some text, and you're walking in between text points. And that's it. So, yeah. Thumbs down from me. So that's the Elysian Field, and that's it for Cheap Game Review this week. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. We look at a new cheap game every week, as well as I post Wild Rift videos, reviews, all sorts of other stuff. So just jump down in the comments, let me know what you thought of this game. If there's any other cheap games you're looking at. And that is it for now. I am Monkey Chaos. I'll catch you next time. Later.